Boxing in the middleweight division, we'll see these two. Alexandru Gradinaru taking on Patryk Czart. Dean, the statistics very, very similar here, both coming in under the limit at 185.
Czart very aggressive, smart and technical as well, looks to push the power, but Gradinaru very tough and enlists the warrior spirit in his performance.
Well, we'll see if any of that makes a difference here tonight. Andy Lawrence in charge. This fight brought to you by VLM. And we'll get things going here at the O2 in Bournemouth. Now, Dean, one of the things that we have to look out for in this fight is it is a hybrid boxing rule. So 4-ounce gloves, it really does change the calculus a touch.
There's more transfer of power through those little 4-ounce gloves. Much more exciting, and we tend to see knockouts a little bit more frequently in these fights.
So Czart pressing the action. Swing and a miss there from Gradinaru with the overhand right. Nice footwork again from Gradinaru.
I like the way Czart's changing the angles as well. He's throwing from unorthodox angles, looking for that way in. Nice punches by Gradinaru, put some pressure on.
And Gradinaru, originally from Moldova, actually began his martial arts journey there, believe it or not. But delighted to be in the UK and boxing here tonight. Czart again, the hand speed, going there with that jab, firing in, searching for a home with the right hand. Good head movement again from Czart. I mean, I feel like so far, Czart committing a touch more to these punches, Dean.
Czart's using the jab to set up that right hand as well, as you said. He pushes back, he uses the jab and the left hook. What he's trying to hide is that straight right or the overhand right coming over the top of the guard. The hands are a little bit low from Gradinaru. Nice guard there from Gradinaru as he storms backwards. He's going to look to charge forward with those counter punches as well. But when he's punching, he's got to be careful about covering that chin up.
Nice one again, plodding forward. The hands, I think, a little bit low for Czart, but does that make it more difficult to read potentially?
But that's his style. He kind of bounces in and out and he charges in. And when he plants his feet is when the power's going to come. But he moves in and out of range very well. So at that range, his hands, you could argue there, oh, nice jab. You could argue that at that range, the kind of mid to long range, he's safe from the strikes from his opponents. That's why he holds his hands ever so slightly low. But when he gets closer, he tends to put them up high, but what he does brilliantly, he's always charging power in the combination, so his opponent rarely gets a chance to counter.
And head movement again on the back foot, big time, is Alexandru Gradinaru. You get the feeling like Czart taking a little bit more control here in this first frame. Andy Lawrence calling a halt, and that'll be the end. 10-9 for Czart.
Yeah, again, the pressure for me and the jab and the right hand setup from Czart are really standing out to me so far in this first round.
So interesting details there from Dean Midhat. Great to be with you here at the O2 in Bournemouth. Delighted to say this bout is sponsored by VLM. Shout out to VLM. Thank you so much for your support. Once again, making things happen at Supreme Championships. Corner advice for Alexandru Gradinaru. How do you get back in this fight to the winning way?
I'd like to see him use parries to get rid of that jab. That jab is setting everything up from Czart. So if he can parry and then counter with the right hand. Also, in the exchanges, he's got to keep the hands nice and high because we know Czart throws from different angles and they often sneak in without being able to defend.
All right, well, the final talking to. And conversely, as you get those instructions, if you're Gradinaru and you go out and you're wary of the kind of power that Czart was putting out there, does that change the mindset at all?
That's the thing as well, the psychological setup to the fights people often don't talk about. Has he got the confidence in his own skills to go into this second round and keep the hands up?
All right, well, another round on tap here. Andy Lawrence says, let's do it, touch of gloves. Czart looking really solid. I think maybe finding that distance that we talked about with the range. Double jab to an overhand right from Gradinaru. Both guys looking good. Again, a little bit more confidence from Gradinaru. But Czart, I think, finding the outer edge. Oh! A huge right hook lands. And that may be the ending. Is he going to make it?
Huge right hand connected, and we saw that punch come from different angles. It was the overhand right, almost a hybrid between the hook and the overhand right. Came at that crazy angle and connected with the chin and dropped him.
Wow.
It looked like the towel was thrown in, however, Chris.
It does, it does. That'll do it. A spectacular performance. Wow. Patryk Czart can hardly believe what's happened. He was ready to go for another round there, but Gradinaru taken out in spectacular fashion here tonight. Beautiful
right hand. Again, he hit it with that jab, throw from the precarious angles, looking for a way in, found the connection on the head, and got the drop. And that's a smart play from the corner as well to throw that towel in, Chris. They understand their own fighter. They understand when he's in trouble. They don't want to see him take any more unnecessary damage with these 4-ounce gloves.
Well, I tell you right now, Patryk Czart told us before this fight it was just going to be the beginning of cleaning out the division by a predator. And you know what? It's one thing to go out there and talk about something like this, but to be able to actually put in a finish like that, truly stunning. Patryk Czart, the 27-year-old representing Predators in Bournemouth here tonight, victorious. You gotta love it. Dean, no doubt Gradinaru is going to take a lot from this loss, but what will Czart take from this loss now going in the right direction of, as he said, cleaning out this division and making a name for himself in this hometown territory?
Well, again, he's got to look at the tape, and then when he was firing that round out, it was beautiful, but he tends to drop his hands in the combinations when he's throwing power shots. So he'll look at the tape, see that beautiful knockout, and hopefully type those things he needs to do in the boxing realm.
Well, fantastic. Life-changing stuff for Patryk Czart, joining the Predators gym, fell in love with the sport, delighted to have the kind of training from the likes of Andy Manzolo right there on screen. Will also be absolutely very happy, I'm sure, with this performance here. Well, there you go. A moment. It's all official. Great sportsmanship between Gradinaru and Czart. But tonight, Patryk Czart gets the W at Supreme Championships.